Okay, starting the stream up before I'm even on Discord. Never mind, I'm on Discord. I didn't even realize it was you got me in. All right. So, you hear Megan? Megan? Okay, Megan's not here yet. Okay, just let me get the chat open.
Hey.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you.
Get the chat open. Got the chat open. Let me turn the volume down because I know this needs to be adjusted now. Oh, because I have it cropped. That's right. Just don't need no cropping. All right, there we go. Now we should be all set, and hopefully no issues. Although it'd be funny if OBS still gave me issues.
I mean, I hope not.
I hope not as well.
I'm hoping it'll play a little nicer if it's on the Elgato, but I guess we'll see.
I mean, I think it should. So the only issue is, I don't know, you have this console really close to my leg. Megan like pit crewed the console in here, which is really nice.
I mean, I thought I had it more out of the way. Sorry.
I think that volume sounds good. What do you think?
You're not sharing it with me, so I don't know.
Okay, fine, Megan. God, I thought you were watching the stream. Jeez.
I mean, yeah, but I had it muted.
God.
Just waiting for you to start the game stream up. I think the volume sounds good.
Okay.
Maybe a touch on the loud side.
Okay. Well, then, does it sound good, Megan? Then it sounds a touch on the loud side.
Well,
how's that?
Yeah, that's a little better.
Okay. You're like the kind of person that would say, yeah, this food tastes good. And then when it's all done, be like, but it could have used a little something extra.
No, because I wouldn't know what to add to it.
Guess it doesn't really matter. So this is going back a little bit farther. Not by much. I think I just need to go here. Man.
Yeah, the save should be mostly the same. You're gonna have a little fewer tricks for that achievement because I kind of sped through the game. But otherwise it should be pretty close, I think.
Yeah, Megan doesn't have a Chivo for me, but that's really the only difference. Otherwise, this game is 100% the same as it was when I was playing it.
Yeah.
Besides the bit that we just did today, of course.
Well, yeah, of course. Considering I did this over the weekend.
You did. Well, you did it. Yeah, well, I guess you did do it over the weekend. I was going to say it really took you just like a couple hours, didn't it?
I'd say maybe about like 4 or 5 hours total. Because I did work on it a little bit while you guys were playing BattleBit the other night.
Wow, Megan, now you're letting people know I've been playing BattleBit. Oh, what's that thing that like makes it go faster? Fast forward through under text. I may as well turn that on.
Yeah, you could turn that on. You just fast forward with circle. I just turned that off because I didn't want you to accidentally skip text.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't do it automatically, right?
No, I just figured you're on a different controller. You might hit the button by accident, right?
I mean, it certainly is possible. Yeah, I'll probably turn that off when we get back to where we were.
Yeah. It's nice to have, but like I said, I just didn't want you to skip any text.
Yeah.
It just made going through the game a lot faster.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm still not really too sure why OBS wasn't really liking that. Because it was like maybe there's some kind of weird conflict with files. I'm not really too sure.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not really sure why.
I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
Well, yeah, because even when we were doing our own recording and stuff, it was fine.
Yeah, no, everything was fine. Because we were playing a game that was giving me some really strange crashing issues, but since I fixed my Windows files, that was actually perfectly good. I haven't gotten a single crash in that game since, which is handy.
Yeah, which I think we did like I want to say 3 or 4 hours of yesterday.
Yeah, roughly. I'd say it sounds about right. So yeah, everything should be good. I'm not really too sure why I would be having these sorts of issues. What?
You trying to think about it while you're waiting?
Well, no, I'm just kind of checking something out.
Oh, okay.
Because that almost seemed a little janky for some reason when kind of going through that.
Okay.
Almost like it was a bit stuttery.
I mean, that's fair. I didn't see anything on my end, but to be fair, you might be seeing more because of OBS.
No, not even OBS, just like in the game.
Well, I don't know then.
It's like you might be seeing more because of OBS, as I have not looked at OBS that much while having a look at this.
Well, I don't know. I just figured it might be stuttering more because you're streaming on OBS. I'm just watching from the program itself, right?
I mean, true. So. Nah, I don't know. I don't know why it would be. To be fair, maybe it was like that in the version I was playing as well. I don't know. Maybe it was just less noticeable.
I mean, it's possible the PC version just runs a little better than the PS4 version.
That's possible. It might all be in my head too.
I don't think this one's necessarily bad, but I mean, you might have it on higher resolution on the PC. Maybe that's the difference.
I feel Megan talks over me. It makes me
sad.
You know, the funny thing when Megan talks over me, she doesn't do that often. I'm not trying to say this to make her feel bad, because she really doesn't do it that often. And but I just find it really funny. It was annoying like once, but you know, that was when just because I really didn't want you to talk at one point. I know it sounds really rude out of context, but you know, is that Megan will kind of steamroll her words through me just to finish like her sentence if I'm trying to, because there's one thing we were watching, I think, I don't know what it was. I was like, Megan, wait, wait, and she just keeps on talking and and I'm like, okay, well now now it didn't really matter much, and I think I rewound it or something. I don't recall.
I think you did, yeah.
But I'm like, wait, 1 sec, and I'm doing that the whole time, and she's like, oh, and I'm like,
I didn't talk that much.
But it was like, you know, most people, if someone's like, wait, just one moment, they stop right away. And they're like, okay, yeah, what? But Megan's like a steamroller. She just goes on through without a care in the world.
No.
But that, to be fair, though, that is what it was like, though. That was probably the one time when it kind of annoyed me, because I was like, oh, Megan, come on. All you had to do was like not talk for a moment, you know? Which is funny, because there's so many times when you don't talk, and I'm like, Megan, you should talk more. And like, when I'm like, well, Megan, no, just wait 1 sec. Then you keep talking. It's nice, but at the same time, you know.
I just had something to say. I needed to get it out, I guess.
Nah, I do kind of like equating it to a steamroller, though, because that is exactly what it was like. Like unending, unyielding, just like barreling right on through the conversation. Or my words, actually, not even the conversation, just my words. Okay, now we wait. Bum, 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 bum. You know, it actually seems fine here, actually. Oh, maybe it was just my imagination.
Maybe.
Yeah, just gotta wait. The game is definitely finishing today, though. I've been really excited to finish the game, and I know we're close. I think I know what to do to finish up the like the game, or at least this chapter. I'm pretty sure I know what to do.
Yeah, you're getting really close. I do find it funny how Missile just decided to hang out on the leaf. He didn't jump to anything else while he was blowing across here.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, it actually kind of worked out.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe this is only the first point where he had something close enough?
Maybe. We'll go in the wander just like it wants me to. Swappy doo. I do like how while these rats are going in here, though, time doesn't flow for some reason, even though in theory it really should be.
I mean, it should be. Well, that's just where you have to take your suspension of disbelief and just go with it.
Oh, damn it.
You just missed it?
I just missed it. I blame Megan for that, for talking about suspensions and disbeliefs.
What? No!
She was steamrolling my thoughts. I'm kidding, you weren't. You did nothing of the sort, I promise. Oops. Okay. It's not gonna fall over. There you go. I was gonna say it's taking a sweet ass time.
Maybe it only falls over at a certain point, so maybe because you solved it a bit faster?
I mean, potentially. Swap.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they put a limit on that just to stop the player from doing it too early and breaking it.
Potentially. So I guess when we get back up there to the inspector, I guess that's when I'll turn off the fast forward thing. Because like I say, it shouldn't really matter. I don't imagine I'll hit circle anyway that often. Not when I don't want to fast forward anyway. There we go. Give the pigeon his freedom. Okay, so let's go through this. Okay, now I'll turn that off. All right. So let's see here then. So I can knock the hard hat off, which I feel like I probably need to do after he turns around. Oh, wait. I remember. Yeah, I remember now, actually. I remember this is actually really, really silly with what you're supposed to do. And it's not something you would just automatically think to do.
Probably not, no.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I guess, yeah, I'll just solve this. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, wait. No, wait. Okay, yeah, no, the way I was thinking of doing it now would have been the fail way. But I do kind of remember how the way you're supposed to do it. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, it's really, oh, whoops. I did that by accident. My bad. My bad. Did I ever do this, actually, in the last one, in the original? I don't know if I did.
You might have once.
Because to be fair, I'm kind of curious what happens here. What's going on? I've never seen the ghost world like this. So you're here, are you? He sensed my presence. He's looking at me. I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face, but you might as well give up now. I control everything. Damn it. Everything including the life of this police inspector in white. Wait, don't shoot. You know what?
Did.
Even if, I didn't see that before, but I'm kind of glad I did, actually. I guess using my powers right in front of the other me wasn't such a good idea. Especially when somebody gets shot because of it. I guess the only thing I can do is aim for that break when he looks away. I just have to be sure I don't miss my chance. Time to rewind time.
I do like how he confirms that you're wearing his face. I don't know, I guess it just gives another implication that you're really not the man in red.
Yeah, right? Like, in a weird way, I kind of like that. But if there is an achievement associated with him not dying, I guess I am not going to get that for this round.
I mean, yeah, you gotta do it on your first try, so you missed that one.
Well, thanks, Megan.
Well, I should reiterate, you gotta do that without him dying, so if you rewind before he dies, you can still do it, but that's okay. You'll just have to get it next time.
What if I get a cool background? Actually, what if I just reload my save? Because wouldn't the save actually be, like, right before that?
I think so.
So I'm cheating, but I'll do it.
Ooh.
Because the autosave would have been it. I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Although now I'm kind of wondering, maybe I should see the funny way he dies and then you reload then, and then actually try to do it correctly. Because I remember it being really funny is the thing. I remember it being really good.
It is pretty funny, to be fair.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do it. Now that I know I have the power to fail, but still actually see it. You know?
At least I assume getting your save counts, but you were able to fast forward there, which makes me think the game knows you've seen it.
I can fast forward through some stuff. I just can't fast forward through this, right? I don't know. The fast forward through unread text thing is really strange.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's counting it. The game wouldn't know. How would the game know? If the game knew, then it'd be like, oh, you beat the game. And you gotta delete everything and start over again. Otherwise, I'm gonna remember you failed that one time.
I mean, I guess.
The game's not that smart.
You never know.
I can turn it on as well, but why? What would that accomplish? Nada. Zip. Zilch. Probably. Now, to do it, I do need to rock off this helmet, right? I don't just leave it here? Or do I have to leave it there?
So.
Because I know it has to do with, like, shapes. And I want to actually get it right the first time, with the funny one at least.
Admittedly, I'm kind of surprised that when you knock that off, he doesn't just like automatically check.
Yeah, right. Yikes, I'm a little scared right now. Why didn't he die? Oh yeah, see how we read that.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong button. I am on the right track, right?
I think so.
I think something is off, but I'm not really too sure what. This is another condition of my deal to wipe out everybody who knew about Timsick. He's going to shoot. It's too late. It's no use. Even with my powers, there's nothing I can do. I don't see anything to swap the bullet with. I guess he didn't make it in time. Okay, so no, I did fail somehow. I guess I'll have to try again. Again? I'm going to get shot again?
I mean, I guess he would have memory of the death, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take that as an I failed state. Maybe I need to leave the helmet like up on the thing. I know it's like very specific with how you're supposed to do it, and I know it involves the helmet. So to be honest, it might actually, damn it. So to be honest, it might actually be just about waiting. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually a bit more difficult without being able to see the shape of the objects. Like on a little screen.
Yeah.
Like that actually does make this a little bit harder.
It does, yeah. Because honestly, once you get into the missile puzzles, not being able to see the shape is a little bit harder. All right, now I think I just wait. I just have to wait and missile when the time comes, as it were. Gonna be shot again. No, wait, our chance is coming up. The last split second, right? Leave it to me. There we go. Would you look at that? The bullet is hanging in midair between the gun and the inspector's forehead. Now's our chance. I'm hearing the bullet right now. Good job, Bissell. Let's swap this little thing with something else. What? It's our only hope. There's got to be something here with the same shape and direction as the bullet. Oh, gee, I wonder. Wait. Oh, boy. Surely swapping it with his hard hat will be good. Bonk.
See, it's so good. It's just such a funny like way to fail, you know?
It is.
It's like really, and it's really clever too, which is what I like about it. That didn't go well.
It would have been really funny if they actually made him react to it.
That would have been really good, yeah. We tried swapping what we could find, but we just made things worse. Not nice, kids. Not nice at all. You put a dent in my lovely mask. I guess we'd better look for something softer to swap with. See, it's funny because you're doing it and you're like, oh, I got it figured out. I know what it is. And then it turns out that's actually not true. You still fail, you know?
Yeah, I think I did that the first time I did it too. Cause I'm like, oh, I could swap it. It didn't occur to me that a hard hat would still be enough to kill him.
Well, yeah, like I'm trying to think because I know I made that mistake too when I first played. And I think my logic was it's not going to carry the same velocity, right? It was my logic, I think. Like, oh, it's going to stop. I didn't think it would have the same speed and movement, you know?
Although that'd be really funny if you swapped the hard hat and it just dropped and the other bullet just like whizzed across the room at the top.
Oh, that would be good, yeah.
I don't know. I guess they're trying to imply that the physics of the object kind of stays the same because even like when you were swapping the books and the newspapers down below, the microscope on the one pile stayed at the same height. So
okay, interesting.
Even though the rat kind of should have been squished or something.
I mean, logically, yes. Yeah. So unfortunately, not quite that easy to just leave that there. I'm just trying to think how I'm supposed to do this, because I think what I'm supposed to do is I need to swap the knit hat with that, but I can't reach it, which is the problem. And if I just throw it on the ground, I feel like that doesn't really help either. So I know what to do, but I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to do. And I don't have a lot of time once he turns around either, because I got to be able to knock the helmet off and still swap it with, but then so that's gonna be a tough thing, because like the knit cap, I need to keep its shape. Like it has to keep its shape, but go on this side.
Yeah.
So I feel like I need to swap it here, but I can't reach. So this one admittedly has me a smidge stumped. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could swap.
I mean, if you want a hint, let me know.
Mayhaps. There you go, turn the light on. Because if I knock that off, does have anything to do with the book? I don't think it would.
Could.
I mean, it could. I'm trying to think.
It does have a core.
Like, it does have a core, but like, I couldn't use the book, I don't think. And I can't swap the book as far as I know. Well, we'll try it. Unless I'm supposed to turn the lamp on here and have him go, whoa. The top of this bookshelf is lined with books. How does the old pigeon guy even reach up here? And I wonder if he makes his pigeon fetch these books for him. I ain't telling. So many mysteries surrounding this old man. But never mind those. Yeah, it's like if I rock that, I knock it off. If I turn that on, that doesn't really do anything. And he's turning around now. So I don't think rocking the helmet would really do anything. See, I don't have that many things to work with here. Oops. I almost feel like I need to wait, but I'm not entirely sure. Because I know he moves this closer, I think, so I could get on it now.
I mean, that's true. You haven't really looked at stuff at the other side of the room yet.
Microscope, photos. I believe I did look at these. So what exactly is this thing? Looks like a giant nail clipper to me. No, it most certainly does not. It's an instrument used in analyzing radiation-emitting matter. Oh, yes, I see. You're not alone, kid. None of the rest of us understand it either, baby. Yeah, you said it. What are these photos? Old pictures of what look like little fragments of rock. Those are Temsic fragments. That's an article from back when it was big news. 10 years ago, nobody really understood it. I guess that's still true today. Oh wait, got a new thing here. Oh no, he's just a little scared right now still. Okay, so can I do anything with the knit cap? I can jiggle it. I see. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, so I think I see. So I think I'm a little late because I guess I need to jiggle this down. Yeah, okay, I see. I see now. From the beginning. At least I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to move the helmet. Because otherwise it's a helmet with a knit cap on it, and that doesn't really help. We're pretty lucky though that the knit hat, like, it becomes the same shape as a book just because, you know?
Yeah.
Oops. I keep hitting that button. I just want to do a missile swap. So Missile, you chill up there when I need you. Now we do a Sissile swap. J'accuse. Turn around casually. Rock helmet. Oh, what was that noise? Stay in Sissile mode. Wait. J'accuse. Man, it's gonna be really fun to play Ace Attorney whenever I get around to it.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun with it. I'm looking forward to it.
Trick time. Yeah, really lucky time doesn't move when any of this stuff happens.
Oh, I know, right?
It's like, oh, time should be moving. But yet we're still good. Okay, Missile, do a swappy do. There we go. Well, would you look at that? Right on the hook. I love knit hats. So warm. And most of all, soft. Hey, now that I'm looking at it, that hat is the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. Haha, I thought so. So Sissile is in the is in the hat? Yeah, he is. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty lucky Sissile or Missile has like the perfect timing too.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, oh, I gotta stop it. No, it's not too late. I gotta stop it in a split second. Oh, whoa, time stop. Like, how is he so good at doing that?
I wonder if it's something about him being an animal to have like the instinct to stop when he did.
Maybe. I could see it. There we go. And swap.
I just love how he doesn't notice the knit cap.
Yeah. It is a bit strange, to be honest. It means he's wearing sunglasses.
I mean, I suppose.
I don't think he noticed. Looks like he pulled off another magic disappearing act. And now I say again, I love knit hats. So warm, and most of all, soft. Did I do all right? You did a fine job, little one. You saved another life. And I'll keep doing it too. Over and over. What I
got the trophy for getting it.
I did get the trophy. What I saw in just these 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for. All our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor? So you two are working together? That's about the size of it, yeah. Who would believe a story about a manipulator? So we pursued it ourselves, just the two of us. I'm quite a crazy character myself, after all. Okay, let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla. You're right, Missile. And there's a certain guy I have to follow, too. That still probably hurt at least a little bit.
Probably.
After completing his revenge on Inspector Cabanella, the man in red left, and now a new story is about to unfold in a new present. How are you feeling, you old crazy character? Hey there, Prof. We're both alive, I see. Yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I've got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be a little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me. Yeah, right. Like I'm going to believe that. So what? The guy in red is gone, eh? Just in case, I posted special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Damn it, you picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine. Yeah, I could see Cabanella being the kind of guy who'd be like, damn it, body, did do better for me.
I mean, to be fair, he did break like 4 or 5 ribs, and then he got shot with a knit hat at like high velocity and fell over.
Yeah, nah, it wouldn't be very nice.
So he's probably not doing too well right now.
Well, it looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the Inspector in white, I can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. I'd better talk to them. I want to be Missile. I like him, he's still there. If I knew things were going to end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now. I might be able to erase deaths, but it's true I can't do much about injuries. But really, you shouldn't talk that way. Yes, sorry, I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen. I guess he's thinking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Excuse me, man. Maybe I can catch him. Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost. Talk to me about revenge. That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago. Humph, he's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame. But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jode, who forced me into a corner, Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park, and finally you, Inspector Cabanella. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. Ellipses of thought. Yes. 10 years ago on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes. Detective, I'm telling you. Well, that's an interesting little typo. I don't know anything about it. Fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell. But I'd just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement. But I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that. Cabanella, got a minute? The chief wants to see you about your report. Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. And off he goes. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun. That is a pretty big mistake. How could you? He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. He could have also just made the choice not to use it. You know? Like, to be fair, I guess he was kind of in between a rock and a hard place, but still, to give Cabanella a little bit of credit here. Like, he shouldn't leave his gun, no. But the man in red also had the option to not use the gun and try to escape.
I mean, that is true.
Manipulator. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast, and the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. Those 2 inmates at the special prison, eh? We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. That restaurant, the Chicken Kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. It's a submarine. But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think that what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands. Right. Highly unlikely they'd use him for peaceful purposes. Very much highly unlikely. And now they have that little girl as a hostage. Camilla. We have to stop him before he leaves the country. And then your spotless record. This spotless record of yours. Is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life. Than your life, eh? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case. Uh-huh. The manipulator case. That's why you cared about your record so much. Of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Jode, shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story. Some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder. Everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator. He's going to prove that Jode is innocent. What incredible determination. Cabanella's determination. There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jode, why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I do like that logic.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I wasn't able to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. Or I wasn't about to help him commit a crime. And he himself asked to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. So that's it, eh? But there's one little unfortunate result of all this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions. Ha! What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around. Give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. Like going back. And I guess talking to the pigeon man, maybe. Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police. The police, huh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' causes of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity, too. Tell me about the unusual corpse. That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, all right, no question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him. Not a scratch, but I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. And no scarring or blood either. And I never had the chance to solve the mystery. That's because the corpse up and vanished on us. The morgue is well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there's one way the corpse could have disappeared. And what's that? Undertaker. Blong. Blong. And off he goes, taking 5 years to make it to the ring. It got up, opened the door, and walked out on its own. Where's the security camera footage, though? I'm sure they would have seen it leave, you'd think. Right?
Probably.
I don't know, maybe they don't have security cameras in this world. Well, no, they do, but maybe not in police stations, which would be
I can
kind
see
of
them
weird.
not having a
but
security camera in the morgue, though.
Maybe not in the morgue, I guess. But I mean, he would have had to go through the police station, though, wouldn't he?
Theoretically, yeah. But maybe he just didn't stand out. Maybe a lot of people didn't know about him.
I mean, true. Maybe a guy wearing a totally red suit with sunglasses and pointy blonde hair would not stand out. That is potentially true, yes.
Okay, well, maybe he just, like, snuck out the back or something. You don't know.
That's true. I think we're asking too many questions. Well,
I think it's one of those things where, like, if you act like you belong, people won't notice you.
True. That could be true. What? He was dead, but he wasn't dead. We saw it with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him. And he didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. The clue left behind. The corpse left behind some data from some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off that body. Radiation? I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. Wait a minute. Could it be? That's right. It was coming from that meteorite fragment. I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here. Oh, stop it now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush? Cabanella's blush. On his arrival, apparently. It was about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here. Quite literally. I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Temsic. Is that you, baby? Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball? Sorry about that. I was investigating the manipulator case then. And then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "The source of my power is not of this world." And that's when I put two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and Temsic were somehow connected. Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise the little girl made for her mother. He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla. I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So that contraption in the basement here, you built that to try and help Detective Jode? That's right. Jode and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. But there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce, no matter how hard I tried. Camilla told Jode it did something it shouldn't have, made an impossible move. I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate. Otherwise, the gun wouldn't fire. So that must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption. As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed. Hey, it is she.
Inspector Cabanella!
Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. I must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Is that really the image she had of him? Probably not. The crew is all here, kind of.
Inspector Cabanella, I'm sorry. I just heard. You were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Joe.
This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved.
So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it?
Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw 'em in the slammer.
Rude.
Yikes. Tonight, I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. Ha ha ha. But a joke is a joke. You might as well laugh. Jode.
The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Joe go free until tomorrow morning, too.
That's very nice. That's a pretty extreme while he was at it.
Kind of. He's been a prisoner for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Or 5 years, 5 years.
No, it was 10 years. No? Yeah.
It was 5 years since Alma died, right?
Yeah, you're right. Sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around and then you swoop in at the last second. Jode. Oh, the old jacket. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me just before you turned yourself in. I promised to give it back to you one day. Oh, epic moment.
That dove is pretty strong.
Epic. That is a fish strong dove. The jacket is back.
I've been waiting so long, Detective Joe. Waiting for this day to come.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. Now, I kind of want to play, Disco Elysium. That's the name of the game, right? And, like, be a Detective Joe-like character. Have, like, a coat and stuff. Be sick.
That'd be fun.
Actually, it would be kind of fun to, like, role-play a Detective Joe-like character in that. I still haven't played the game. I still want to. But I know it can be pretty deep on its roleplay aspects.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I haven't played it yet either.
This present you gave me. It's just what I needed. Thank you. Glad you like it. I really love the dynamic those two have.
I know, right? Sissel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me?
Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is, and the phone line doesn't work.
They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until we do, please?
Okay, fine. I'm counting on you.
This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving Inspector Cabanella.
It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now, I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But it's almost dawn.
Almost there.
Almost. Obtained a new illustration. Neat. New background out the city.
Oh, nice.
Another new background, a dead Sissel. Nice.
They really like that, don't they?
It's probably the most iconic pose in the game. I mean, it's on the cover, you know, like it's on the like the cover of the game from what I remember. So
Well, it
I
is on the
guess
cover of the game, but it's like in all their advertising too.
like I guess they just really liked it because it is funny and it actually does represent the game pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like a quirky murder mystery kind of adventure, you know.
Yeah.
Got a new song, Ghost Trick. Neat.
That was cool.